We got another flamingo at the airport. Let me bring your attention to this woman here. 29-year-old Q Maria Scott. She's from Philadelphia, but down there in Atlanta acting a donkey. Now, what I told y'all, a lot of the unruly news we hear from Atlanta is really transplants and out-of-town folks, not real ATLians or people from Georgia at all. If I roll back across all these cases I've covered, majority of those people are not really Atlanta, but they come to Atlanta, run amok, and make headlines like this one written by the New York Post. Did you see this? Pregnant passenger who clearly smelled like alcohol pummels Spirit Airlines worker. I can hear the other flamingos already. Why you judging her? She's pregnant. Well, a pregnant woman shouldn't be putting her hands on another woman and drinking alcohol. How is she pregnant and drinking at the same time anyway? If she really is pregnant, this woman is horrible. I don't know how anybody can defend it. But every time you make an accurate assessment, people want to talk about judging and bashing. Well, there's going to be a judgment today. I order all the transplants in Atlanta who don't know how to conduct themselves accordingly to go back home. They need to round all y'all up and escort all the heathens out of the state, out of Georgia completely. Just sick of hearing about all this craziness in Atlanta. So that means New York, Chicago, y'all need to go and get your people in Atlanta acting up. Miami, New Orleans, St. Louis. Oh, and Memphis. I didn't forget about y'all either. People from the Carolinas ducking off in Alabama too. If your people can't learn how to stop causing public disturbances, Brian Kemp is about to round all y'all up and you're gonna be evicted from the whole state. And somebody from Philly, y'all better come get this alleged pregnant alcoholic that like the drunk fight. Somebody come and get her.
Somebody come get her.
Maybe Jersey will take her. I'm sorry, y'all just out of order. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Alright, so the staff at a Spirit Gate in Atlanta, they said this woman right here was drunk. They could smell the alcohol all on her. She walked her behind through TSA. Them long TSA lines in Atlanta take you about a good 45 minutes to get through. And most of the heifers working at TSA, they always mad. I understand it's the busiest airport in the country, but if you don't want to be there, just go find another job. Amazon is always hiring at their warehouse, and they have plenty of openings for delivery drivers too. You barely have to have contact with people at all. But nah, somehow the people who don't like people love accepting jobs where they have to work with nothing all day but people. Thousands of people coming through at a time. So Q from Philly, she went through TSA, got on the plane train, headed all the way down to the Spirit Gates, and the ladies at the Spirit counter told her, "You are not flying anywhere today, Lucy." Why? Because Q walked up to the counter asking about her flight. Apparently, she did not like the answer, so she started piping up saying that she was gonna fight the supervisor and how she was gonna beat a B up. The supervisor heard her and told Q that she was not going to be allowed on the plane at all. Yeah, she denied her and then reportedly closed the gate on her. Word is, once that gate was closed, it was up. Q pulls up her pants and leaped over on the lady.
An airline worker says an angry passenger punched her in the face and bit her fingers during an assault at the gate. The incident was caught on camera.
You know, the staffer for Spirit Airlines, a manager, says most of her co-workers are women and they're worried about their safety. She spoke to Fox 5's More Stiggs earlier today.
What do you see at the airport when it comes to customer service? Well, it's a field that's dominated by female staffers. Does this fact lend itself to an upset passenger becoming more aggressive? Well, word is spread about this most recent attack, and the gate agents tell me they feel vulnerable.
She said, you know, she's from West Philly and made a statement of it's no kizzy. So at the time, I had no idea what no kizzy meant.
That term is slang the Spirit Airlines employees soon found out to mean something is about to go down. We showed you a portion of the serious altercation inside Hartsfield-Jackson's D concourse. Jasmine Roden is a manager. She was taken to the ground by an upset patron.
She kind of just hiked her pants up and then ran towards me and punched me in my face. I have whiplash, a sprain to my neck, my upper back, lower back, and she actually bit my fingers while we were down on the ground.
It happened last Sunday.
I can smell the alcohol on her breath.
Unusual because the woman identified as Quay Maria Scott is pregnant. Ms. Roden said because Ms. Scott had been unruly, a decision was made to deny boarding.
I can't allow you to threaten my agent. I never really thought that she was going to hit me until she actually did.
Roden explained the workers have to deal with amped up passengers frequently. She said the airline used to provide off-duty sworn APD to monitor their gates.
When the officers were at the gate and just their presence alone kind of kept down a lot of the things. Being a gate agent is very stressful.
I contacted Spirit Airlines National Security Office to talk to them about gate security. So far, I've not heard back. From Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, I'm Morris Diggs, Fox 5 News.
Shout out to Mr. Morris Diggs, Fox 5 Atlanta. Yeah, they can forget about Spirit hiring security again to stand at the gate. It would stop a lot from going on, but the flights are already so cheap. They're trying to find ways to save money. I also agree that with so many women running these positions, I think by having them there in addition to no security right there at the gate at all times, it's just open season for fools like Q to act a fool. I mean, down in Atlanta, they even have the women running baggage handling. You have females supervising those areas, running those departments. It's been cases recently in Atlanta where the whole plane is waiting for an hour to get off due to shortage of staff, and the women handling the baggage, doing the best she could. But women really shouldn't be doing work like that anyway. I talked about this before. They're out here getting their hair stuck in conveyor belts. Just a bunch of nonsense going on. As for Q though, I really can't get over how this woman says she was pregnant, but she was up there drunk. To be fair, I know a lot of these people in customer service, they can also be nasty and talk crazy to customers. But still, that's no excuse for jumping on that lady. Don't start arguing and fighting at the airport just to get escorted to jail over nothing when you really look at it. We already know she's gonna go on that no-fly list, and more than likely the courts will not hold her accountable. If this woman was really pregnant though, she should be locked up and they need to take that baby away from her once it's born. Imagine a woman drunk and fighting while pregnant, 100% out of order and dangerous. One thing I did notice, you had 3 men step in to try to get Q off the Spirit worker. During that moment, you could hear women making noise, yelling and screaming. One woman kind of telling people to back up, the police is coming. Y'all are gonna make it worse. I think they tried to protect the other woman. Now, if none of the men jumped in, you would have had women complaining. Well, here's a case where 3 of them jumped in to help what appears to be a black woman being jumped on by another woman who also looked like she was black too. I'm sorry, I wouldn't advise anybody to jump in anything. Wait for the airport police to come. That's their job. Don't worry about people shaming you. They're going to shame you either way. Go ahead and click the link in the description if you want to see the video for yourself. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. What do you think about all of this nonsense? Special thank you to Paul B. I appreciate you for all of your support. Paul is always watching with his lovely wife, Lash. Also, shout out to Melvinia, Judas Lion, and Randy. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.